Hey, Sun City West, Steven back with another video. So I'm down here with the folks that actually do all the hard work around here. So I thought I'd put a hard hat on and, make it actually work. But don't really need that today. I'm actually here with Russ Boston. He's our facility maintenance manager. And Russ, one of the things we hear a lot about is, and you wouldn't think, but it does come up a lot, is the temperatures in the rooms and the thermostats. So how does that work? How does it, when somebody has a question about the room temperature, how does facility maintenance manage that?
So yeah, Stephen, it was probably the least popular item back in '99 when we had this instituted. We took away the simple T-stat that everybody's used to seeing at their home and put in one like this that tells you absolutely nothing. The good thing about it is they're super accurate, but they tell you absolutely zero. So we keep all the settings here at Facilities Maintenance on the screen. We can set the daily settings. We can also set these for occupied, unoccupied set points, which gives us a lot of savings as we're not letting units run all day, all night long. So
yeah, so we have, how many units do we have overall in all of our facilities?
250 units, but not all of them are on this system.
But a good portion of them, I imagine,
yes.
are. Yeah, so that's a great way that we manage those facilities and those different AC units out there. But the problem is, of course, there's no magic temperature, right? We got 28,000 members, and it's just impossible to really please everybody when it comes to that, right?
This is true. So we keep like our exercise fitness areas are 68 to 70. Club rooms are a little more specific, so they're set based on based on what they're doing. That temperatures, the comforts usually go through the presidents, and then the presidents would then reach out to the facility leads. They're the ones that reach out to us and say they would like the temperature changed.
Right. But it's not just about that, though. It's about the savings of money, right? Because this manages all of our those units we have on this system, which is really a way that we can manage our utility costs, right?
So again, prior to these going in, we had, if you can imagine, 200 and some thermostats out there, and they all had these little lock boxes on them. But in order for them to know what temperature it is, they have to have ventilation slots. And they found that popsicle sticks fit in the ventilation slots, and they were constantly changing the temperature. We had zero control. Now we have total control. Any of these devices that are out in the public, they have the little levers, and we can set them to do absolutely nothing. And that's what this line is here. So you can see we have, the offices, they have control over that, but nothing else in the public areas.
Yeah, so show us kind of how this works then a little bit.
So this happens to be Beardsley, and we will do the photo studio. With a little bit slow. There we go. We actually, you know what? That's a bad. So I got a bad reading here. So that tells us we got a bad sensor we got to fix, because it's not 572 degrees in that space. So this tells us a lot of things. We have set points of what the room is set at, its limits. Then we can go here. These are our heating, cooling set points. And then after hours, it goes into this automatic set point. So let's say we close at 4. After 4, it's gonna not cool until, or not heat until it drops to 65, and no cooling until 85. So that's pretty much gonna go dormant all night long. And then in the morning, when it's time to come back and do its occupied set point, the unit comes on and brings everything down to temperature. And we work very closely with facilities ops, and they give us the schedules. So a lot of clubs change our winter hours versus summer hours. And all of these efforts reduce the run times, which saves us money.
Right, yeah, big point there for sure is the savings of the money. So ultimately though, when somebody has a concern about the room temperature, we want them to contact that facilities assistant, right? Or
either the facilities assistant, or if you are in a club, it would be the club president. Otherwise, we'd have club members reaching out to the facilities lead, and I'm cold, I'm warm, and it defeats the purpose when you're back.
Yeah, so big job here that you manage, along with all the other facility type stuff that you and your team do. But appreciate all the hard work you do. And this is something that you can absolutely learn about in Torch, right? You give the same demonstration, so.
This is actually the highlight closer of the tour down in facilities maintenance. I usually go through this whole thing. I pass along the devices, explain how each one of them works. and I razzle and dazzle them, and a lot of questions as well.
Yeah. So again, great way to manage all of our facilities and making sure that all of our systems are running. Appreciate all you do, Russ, and appreciate everyone out there who understands how this works. And if you, again, it's something you can absolutely learn more about in Torch. So not a Torch video, but please sign up for Torch if you want to learn more about this and other inner workings of the rec centers.